What up guys, it's Markin. Today I got episode 4 of the community topic series, and today we're going to be going over unfinished games. Now today's episode wasn't even supposed to be an episode. It's kinda got sparked out of the blue. On my last video about Battlefield 4 and, wondering why I'm not having fun with it, wondering why it's just doesn't have the same appeal to me as Battlefield 3, I got a comment from Jim VC2, and I hope I'm saying your name correctly. He might not even watch this vid because he has no idea that it's even going up. But he said something, and then at the end of his little paragraph he said games in the old days were complete with 20 plus maps, but now they have 8 maps, plus the DLC. It's BS. And I never really thought about it too much, but he's absolutely right. Like, I really never thought about this before. Now the developers have the tools and the ability to fix issues on the fly just by downloading a patch or adding more maps and DLC. They're not releasing complete games. They really aren't. 90% of the games out there, 99% of the games out there, jump kick, aren't finished when they're released. Now, you're watching Titanfall footage now. I think this game is pretty damn good, and there are little to no bugs whatsoever in this game. Like, I have played it a lot, and I haven't found any bugs at all that are game breaking, or even small little bugs. I'm sure you guys have, and you'll comment down below. But this is really like one of the only videos, or one of the only games that I've played lately that I haven't been like, oh, this is broken. How the shit did you not find that out in QA when you're testing this? And in terms of maps, games don't come with a lot of maps. Now, Titanfall did come with a lot of maps, so again, I'm kind of pushing Titanfall to the side as you watch Titanfall gameplay. But you have these games now that are okay with releasing a game with 7-8 multiplayer maps and then adding like 10 more maps as DLC. And games like Gears of War, like Judgment released with 4 maps, 4 multiplayer maps. Now they had 4 maps for, what the hell was that game mode called? Overrun. They had 4 separate maps for Overrun. So you had 4 of the standard multiplayer maps and then 4 Overrun maps. So they advertised everything as having 8 multiplayer maps, which was bullshit. It had 4 maps it started out with. 4! How can you release a game like that? And then, they had DLC. The DLC was already on the disc. The maps were already made on the disc. You had to pay to unlock them as part of their first big DLC patch. That's outrageous! And developers are doing this kind of shit all the time. Call of Duty does the same thing. These maps are already preloaded on the disc, but you have to download them in some super special Thunderstorm DLC map pack. And it's fucking ridiculous. I know I'm ranting a little bit here, but I never really thought about this. And when he wrote that comment, I'm like, oh yeah, well, wait a minute. Yeah, that's fucked up. And it is. Now, those of you who go back to GoldenEye, baby, GoldenEye 64, I'm like, man, that thing had like 20 maps. And I literally just looked it up before I did the comm. It had 20 maps. 20 maps. And there was a paintball mode. How sick was that? The RCP-90? I can't believe I just remembered the name of that gun. RCP-90 with paintball mode? Oh, it was the greatest game ever made. Let's get back on track here. So developers are releasing unfinished games because they know that they can just go back and fix it. I think QA, which is a huge part of gaming, in the actual development and the release of games, I don't know if they're just not taking it as serious because they can find and fix shit later on or what, but you have game-breaking bugs in games that are released, full release. These aren't betas, these aren't demos, these aren't alphas. This is the full release of games, and there's huge game-breaking bugs that are in it. There's games being released with 4 maps! 4 multiplayer maps! I don't understand how this is possible, and how people like me may have noticed it and been like, oh, this game doesn't have a lot of maps, but never really thought about it. It's ridiculous. Developers literally are getting away with just doing whatever the shit they want. Money, 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 money. Why release a game? Now, if you're from a business standpoint, why would you release a game with 16 maps when you can release it with 12 maps and then make 15 bucks a pop off of the next 4 maps? Every single person that buys the game, that buys the DLC, that's $15 more to you. If you're a developer, why would you not do that? I mean, business standpoint, it makes perfect sense. But we've been playing games forever, and all of a sudden, now that these next-gen systems, I say next-gen as in like 10 years ago, the Xbox 360, PS3 with everything you can download to fix, these patches, now everything's skewed out, and we're just sitting here taking it. So what do you guys think on this subject? Fuck the developers, or what? Thanks for watching, guys, and stay active.
Hitmakers.